Welcome, Jim. It's a pleasure having you on our program.
Thanks for having me.
We always appreciate it when guests take time out of their busy lives to come down and share some of their experiences with us. And on that note, I'd like to begin, Jim, if I may, by having you please tell us how you heard about Dr. Shore and what brought you here to HBOT of Northern Virginia as a patient.
I'm a combat wounded veteran, and there was a nonprofit organization that was looking to help veterans with traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder. And they raised money to send us to get hyperbaric oxygen treatment. And this is the center that they chose as the premier center to send the veterans to for their treatment.
Oh, very interesting. So then you came here, and what happened next?
Well, I came here, it was kind of interesting to see the actual treatment, but it was surprising how well they were able to handle myself and, of course, my service dog. We came in here and they got us in there, and he laid down beside it, and we began the treatments.
And how long did the treatment take, if I may ask?
Each individual treatment took an hour, and I came in for an initial segment of 20 treatments.
Oh, okay. And how do you feel now after the treatments?
I wasn't sure that it was going to work, frankly, but I came in because they asked me to, and it was paid for, and it sounded like something to try. And the problems I was having was I was having memory problems, some cognitive issues. I couldn't think clearly, and I was being confused a lot, as well as a lot of anxiety and anger and various things like that. And I came in here and I went through the treatments, and about halfway through, about treatment number 10 or 11, somewhere in there, I hadn't been able to go to Home Depot, for example, for a couple of years because I couldn't remember where it was. My wife had to give me directions every time we went to tell me where it was.
That was really impacting your life.
It was, and I got in the car one day without even thinking about it and drove over to Home Depot with no problem at all. And I didn't even realize I did it. I had given up on doing bills. I couldn't concentrate. And probably about the same time, I went in and sat down and, without thinking about it, sat down and started doing bills. So it really improved my cognitive issues. And I felt a lot of the anger issues and things that were caused by the post-traumatic stress and other issues starting to fade out. So it actually did help. It really helped turn my life around.
Yes, indeed. We're so happy to hear that, Jim. And for the folks watching, can you please tell us a little bit about what your overall experience has been like with not only Dr. Shore, but the staff here at HBOT of Northern Virginia?
It very quickly became a place I liked to go to because the staff was real friendly. I got to know them personally, and they took care of myself and my service dog, Freedom. Every time we came in, we were welcome. Dr. Shore was incredible. He sat down and explained everything to me. I didn't really understand all the mechanisms of traumatic brain injury, post-concussive issues, and post-traumatic stress disorder, but he helped explain all that. We went through all the exams and the testing and everything, found out what the disabilities were, and got right to work on them. And
before we let you go, Jim, is there anything else you'd like to share with our viewers?
I can tell you that I'm getting 20 more treatments because originally they looked at 20 treatments and then reevaluation. They did the reevaluation with a SPECT scan, took a picture of my brain and looked at the change, the actual change that had happened in the functioning of my brain through those 20. And they figured 20 more are going to help even more. So hopefully I'll see a lot more improvement here in the next few weeks.
Well, we're so happy to hear that. And on that note, we'd also like to thank you for serving our great country and being in the military and doing all the great work you've done in your life and in your career. And thank you again, Jim, for joining us and being a guest on our program. It was our pleasure having you on.
Thank you very much.